we wanted to put this short video together to explain how the piston ring, expansion ring, and spool get assembled into the spool housing. Please note that when you put the expansion ring on the spool, the gap in the expansion ring needs to be 180 degrees from the gap in the piston ring. That's demonstrated here, where you have the gap in the piston ring 180 degrees around. You'll have the gap in the expansion ring that you can't see. As a note, this piston ring has been forced open, as it normally looks like this. Just as important as the assembly on the spool, the piston ring needs to be 180, the gap needs to be 180 degrees on one end of the spool versus the other end of the spool. You can see that here. When you install the spool into the spool housing, it's important that the gaps in the piston ring get lined up with the 3 and 9 o'clock position on the spool housing. This way the expansion part of the piston ring won't come in contact with the openings into the spool housing at the 6 and 12 o'clock position. So that it's very important to ensure that the opening in the piston ring is at the 3 and 9 o'clock position.